Alright, we're on side 3 now. Uh, yeah, so now it starts off with Hey You, and it's where, like, I don't know, it's hard to say. It's, like, kind of like how Pink, he tries to reconnect with reality. Like, he's, like, put your ear against the wall and stuff like that. And he's, like, and the lyrics describe, like, the wall's too high as you can see, and then the worms ate into his brain. And by the way, I'm sorry, my nose itches. And there's this really cool part of, I don't know, yeah, it's like this recurring riff that happens throughout the album. You can hear it in, I think, was it in Run Like Hell? Maybe it was Waiting for the Worms, in like, in like the bridge for Hey You. It's like the dun dun na na dun na na na, and it's really cool. And then it goes into probably my favorite song on the third side, and that is There Anybody Out There? And that's what they named the live album after, when they did the Wall Live. They named it Is There Anybody Out There? The Wall Live, when they recorded it from 1980 to 1981. But yeah, and it has like this really cool like buzzing noise, like this weird like synthesizer shit, and I love the electronica, like the electronic synthesizer stuff like that, and it has this refrain repeated 4 times, and it's just the title of the song, Is There Anybody Out There? And it ends with this little cool acoustic guitar solo, and then that goes into Nobody Home, and you can hear like a neighbor from another room yelling, and he's yelling at Pink, I guess, I don't know, but but this is described as like, I don't know, it's like supposed to be homesick from like rock stars being on tour, because Pink is on tour in the US and not the UK. And then after that, these next 2 songs, just heard something pop. I always hear sound effects when I'm, or like noises, not sound effects. I just always hear like weird ass sounds when I'm recording shit. Anyway, oh, the ghost in here, it probably doesn't like YouTube. I'm sorry for writing a review about The Wall, okay? Anyway, yeah, and then and then track 4 and 5. Well, not 4 and 5. Actually, yeah, it is 4 and 5. Well, it would be like what, 16, 17 on the other, whatever. But yeah, there's this song called Vera. It's supposed to be about the classic musician Vera Lynn. Has nothing to do with the story. And like Bring the Boys Back Home, it's about war. Nothing to do with the story of The Wall. But at the end of Bring the Boys Back Home, you can hear like all Pink's thoughts rushing. You can hear like the tour manager knocking on his hotel door, and it's like, yo, time to go. And then you hear like the groupie, and everything just like rushes back to Pink's mind, and it just like fills in. And it's like, is there anybody out there? And then you hear Comfortably Numb start playing, and this is the longest song on the album. It's like 6 minutes. And it's known for its 2 amazing guitar solos by David Gilmour, some of his best work. It's probably like my favorite scene from the movie, one of my favorites. In the movie, with like scenes and like syncing up like the music and shit, I feel like I'm on the bridge between like One of My Turds and Comfortably Numb. In Comfortably Numb, Bob Hoskins, the guy who plays his Pink's tour manager, he busts down the door, and then you hear the song play, and then he has to like inject some stuff into him, and take him to the show. And in the limo scene where like the second solo is playing, you can and then you can see like he's in like this weird like suit. Bob Geldof, the guy who plays Pink in the movie, he has like this I don't know, this like this latex suit on, and he had to like peel it off. And after he peeled it off, he's not Pink anymore. He's like this fascist dictator. It's like a Nazi thing, like you know, like the Nazi logo. They replaced that logo with like the hammers to symbolize like power or something. But yeah. And I'll see you on side 4 of the wall review.